Jessica the Ghost creepypasta narration continued. During the next few months and of the last months of Jessica going to kindergarten, she seemed to be getting better. She didn't mention Brandon anymore, and she started to eat more often, but she didn't eat breakfast, which her parents considered being normal, since a lot of people don't eat in the morning, or are just not hungry when they wake up. During the very last week of kindergarten at the end of June, every class was preparing for the last day, which would be some kind of celebration, goodbye to the children that were leaving, and would start their school in September. All the classes would be drawing pictures and making decorations, which they would hang around the kindergarten backyard playground. The teacher would be thinking of new activities for the kids to do. The kindergarten would host such events every year. The last weekday of the month, June, kids would come in the morning as usual, but instead of a normal day, spending it inside, they would be on the huge kindergarten playground courtyard, participating in various activities, competitions. But in these could participate only the last year classes. The kids could spend as much of the day there as they want, or as little. Jessica was feeling happy to finally leave the place. Even if she was very little, and many people would say that she still doesn't know what a real friendship is, she knew she didn't want to hang out with all the children, wasting her day. She thought that she could be home earlier, so she can continue to play at home. She was woken up by her mother as usual, getting ready for the day, going down to the kitchen, seeing her dad eating breakfast. "Good morning, Dad." "Good morning, Angel. Are you ready for your last day? Remember, you'll be getting older, which means you won't be playing with toys as much, so you need to enjoy these days while you can. You probably don't understand yet." Jessica's mom interrupted him, laughing slightly. "Don't listen to him, Jess. So, are you sure you want to come home early? Because me and your dad have a little surprise for you." Jessica looked up, smiling. "What? Surprise? Mom, tell me." "You'll need to wait till you get home, but you can't leave too early. I talked to your teacher and she agreed you can go home earlier, but she said that you could at least stay until lunch at 12 o'clock because you and your whole class will be getting cake after your meal. I heard it will be your favorite, chocolate with bananas inside. So, we will both come around 1 p.m. because the parents are allowed to be there, taking pictures and all while the kids would be running around the playground, so we can pick you up around 1 p.m. Sound okay?" asked her mother. "Okay, I'll eat some cake until you pick me up," Jessica replied, knowing she'd rather be home eating cake. The day passed to almost 12 o'clock quickly. The children in last year would pack up their things, their pajamas, their tiny towels, all the things from their tiny lockers like shoes, spare t-shirts, and pants into their bag, and would visit the younger classes saying goodbye to their younger friends. The whole time Jessica would be lost in her thoughts, thinking about what new toys she'd possibly get, but also about her unfinished play. All the other kids would be throwing their things into their bags quickly so they could have more time playing with their friends for the last time. Jessica would slowly and neatly be placing her things into her bag her mother gave her. At the bottom, she would place her shoes she wore only in class. On top, she put her folded pajamas. On top of that, she put her folded towel, along with her toothbrush and any other things she found in her locker. Every locker had a symbol or an object or an animal, which would be easier for the children to find their locker by their symbol. As Jessica was standing there, packing her things up, she noticed only now that her symbol was a tiny, cute ghost with big black circles as eyes. She slowly traced the sticker with her hand when she heard her teacher. "Oh, there you are. I was thinking you already went home. Your mom told me you'd leave soon, but won't stay for outdoor activities." Jessica nodded. "I won't, but my mommy and daddy will be picking me up around 1 o'clock, she said, and her teacher nodded. That sound okay? So you packed everything up?" Jessica nodded again. "Okay, let's go. Our lunch is ready." In the small kindergarten cafeteria, the kids sat by a table in 2 pairs. Jessica sat by a table with some other 3 kids she'd never played with or talked to before. They also didn't seem to notice Jessica at all because they did not conversate with her. She just sat there eating quietly, being slightly used to nobody speaking to her at all after 4 years like this. After they finished their meal, a small portion of chicken soup with noodles and a small portion of mashed potatoes with some chicken cubes with sauce, the teachers brought in 4 normal-sized cakes for each class 1. They would cut it and give a piece or two to the children as they picked up their plates waiting in a small queue. Jessica got immediately excited. She jumped from her seat to go get one herself. As she walked up to the table where the teacher cut the cake, the teacher suddenly got up, not seeming to notice Jessica, taking the rest of the cake, which was about one last piece, and went and sat by the teacher's table eating it. Jessica looked confused and looked around at everyone eating the cake, but none was left for her. She looked around, then down at her empty plate. Upset before putting the plate away, going to wait by the entrance with her bag for her parents. She thought the teacher did it on purpose, hating her. She felt like crying, but didn't want to cause a scene, knowing her parents would ask what's wrong, and if she told them, they would go yell at the teacher, but that only meant she'd go home later. As soon as she saw her mom and dad getting closer, she wasted no time getting up and running to them. She decided not to tell them about the cake, so when they asked her how it was, she lied to them, saying it was very yummy. "Okay, sweetie, wait. I need to tell your teacher we came to pick you up, so she won't be looking for you," her mother said while getting ready to walk inside the building. "No, Mom, I told her I'll wait for you. She wanted to wait with me, but I told her it's okay." Jessica lied again, furious at the thought of having to face that stupid teacher. "Are you sure? It will be quick. I'll just inform her we picked you up." "No need, she is very busy and she knows," Jessica demanded. Jessica's father continued, "Yeah, let's just go. We have a lot of our celebration. Don't waste time looking for her. You probably won't find her with all the parents coming in and kids running around," he said as he picked Jessica up. Sarah nodded as they left. It was just as Jessica thought it would go. The teacher and nobody else even noticed she left. As soon as Jessica and her parents got home, they asked her if she's hungry, but since she ate not too long ago, she said she's not hungry. So they let her go to her room. When they opened the door to Jessica's room, Jessica looked around confused, not recognizing her room. Instead of all of her toys and tiny plastic furniture, was now all wooden furniture. She had a big normal-sized bed, big closet, big table by the window. "Surprise! We actually wanted you to stay in kindergarten for a little longer so we could bring your new furniture in. Don't worry, all your toys are in your closet so you can still play with them. We decided to buy you a grown-up furniture because you'll be going to school now and you'll need a bigger table. And the bigger surprise is here." Jessica's mom pointed in a direction. There was a smaller table on which was a TV. Under the TV was a new gaming console and a few video games. "We know you don't spend much time with other kids, and it was my idea to buy you this console. I used to play video games when I was a kid, but didn't have much time because of work, so I thought we could play some together. I'll teach you how," said Jessica's father. Jessica smiled and thanked them with a big hug. "But you won't be allowed to play at any time. There will be some rules, and also as soon as you start going to school, you will do your homework first and then you can play," her mom interrupted. "And I also got a list of things, school supplies we need to buy, so we will go tomorrow." Sarah looked at her husband thinking, "Yeah, tomorrow. I have a free day so we can go with a car so you won't have to carry all the heavy bags," he said. The next shopping day went with Jessica's mother checking the list of things to buy while looking for them in the store. It was the best to buy and get everything as soon as possible and not leave for the end of the summer because by then most of the supplies would be sold out. Once she found what she was looking for, she asked Jessica what color she wants or what looks better to her. They were in the store for around 2 hours buying colored pencils, markers, pens, rulers, erasers, pencils, pencil cases, scissors, glue, basically everything Jessica will need. She picked pens and notebooks mainly in light colors, white, cream color, or light blue. She also picked a light green pencil case and a light green school bag. "Jess, which one of these do you want?" her mom asked Jessica. Jessica stepped closer, looking at her mom, who was showing her. "It's a bright neon yellow reflective bag keychain-like thing. She would put on her bag, so if she was in the dark and a car would shine lights on her, she would be seen. Her mother took out the whole stack, showing Jessica which one she would like. The reflective thing was various shaped, different animals or emojis or objects. I think this one looks cute, no? She asked as she showed Jessica the bear one. Jessica frowned and shook her head, looking through all the shapes. She wasn't actually looking for anything specific. She was just trying to choose the nicest one. She got some heart shapes, a dog and cat shaped, a dolphin, until her eyes set on the perfect shape. She decided to get, "I want this one, please," she said as she handed her mom the one she chose. Her mom smiled. "Okay." They put the rest on the reflective things on back on the shelf. She put the one Jessica chose in the shopping cart. The shape Jessica chose was a tiny ghost. Oh, that was really hard to read. It was really long. Not saying that's a bad thing. And there was a lot of spelling mistakes. Not criticizing the author again. It's just really hard to read. So I'm sorry if the narration wasn't perfect. But thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, like, comment, subscribe, do a YouTube share. I greatly appreciate it. If you disliked it, share with a friend in group chat so you can make fun of me and my stupid video. I'll see you on the next creepypasta narration. We're almost done with Jessica the Ghost, so we got 4 more parts. Then we'll be done and we'll move on to a new story.